All right, we're still at Home Daily Bible Readings. We're at April the 15th, Wednesday. Haman builds gallows to hang Mordecai. We're at Esther chapter 5, verses 9 through 14. So, we talked a little bit on Tuesday about how Haman hated the Jews. Haman is an Agite, and he is, by his heritage, he is an Amalekite. And the Amalekites and the Jews hate one another. They are at odds. The Jews are living in this palace called Shushan. They are living in the Persian area, and they are under the rule of King Ahasuerus. And so, having said that they live under the rule of King Ahasuerus, now they have to follow the things that the law. So, Haman is now one of those captains or one of those generals that is supposed to have the king's back. And he suggests that because of Mordecai, the uncle of Esther, who the book is named after, he suggests that Mordecai be hanged. Esther finds out about it, but in this particular lesson, from Esther chapter 5, verses 9 through 14, Esther has invited the king and Haman to a dinner. And then she ends with, if it please the king, will you come to dinner again with me tomorrow? So here's the lesson that is for Wednesday, verses 9 through 14 out of Esther chapter 5. Then went Haman forth that day joyful and with a glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai at the king's gate, that he stood not up, that he didn't bow down to Mordecai, or moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai. Nevertheless, Haman refrained himself. And when he called home, he sent and called for his friends and his wife. Haman told all of them of the glory and of his riches and the multitude of his children and the things wherein the king had promoted him and how he advanced him above the princes and the servants of the king. And then Mordecai says, all of these things I have, but now look at this. He says, yet Queen Esther did let no man come to the dinner but me and the king. Look at how important I am. Look at all the things that I have. Look at how good I am, people. He says, and tomorrow I'm invited unto her also with the king. Yet all of this just makes me so sad, so sad. So long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate. He won't rise to me. He won't bow down to me. None of that. Then his wife says, and all of his friends with him, let the gallows that you're planning on building anyway, let them be made 50 cubits high. Why? Because we want everybody to see. We want everybody to know. And tomorrow speak unto the king that Mordecai may be hanged thereon. Then go out merrily with the king unto the banquet. And the thing pleased Haman, and he caused the gallows to be made. So that dynamic is still going on. Haman is planning on utterly destroying the Jews. Mordecai sits at the gate, and him sitting at the gate, he sent word to Esther that you're included in this, Esther, because you're a Jew and you're going to be killed. And so Haman feels the pressure, the anger, the angst, because Mordecai will not bow down to him. Mordecai will not rise when he passes by. Mordecai won't do anything. So his family advises him, oh yeah, you have all this stuff. You have everything you need. You got it going on, whatever. And then he says, they tell him, build the gallows 50 cubits high and hang him on it. Talk to the king about it. The king will be pleased. Just go ahead and do it and go to the banquet and be happy. And so we'll see what comes up next. Here we go. This is April the 15th, Esther chapter 5, verses 9 through 14.